Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another gacha video. And today we'll be checking out Star Savior. It just came out yesterday. So let's talk about what is this going to be all about. So if you guys are new to this particular anime waifu RPG game right here. Now Star Savior is by Studio B-Side, basically the makers of Counter-Side, and you guys know I used to play that last time, right? If you look at some of the characters right here across some of the rosters that we have, you can definitely see a little bit of resemblance from some of the Counter-Side characters, definitely, right? And also right now, as of day one, we literally have the Counter-Side collaboration. You are able to get Yumina for free. And of course, Awaken Hilde, and I believe Rosaria will be coming in April. So that are going to be some of the stuff that's happening right now in this game. So what is this game all about? Now, essentially, the game is going to be a turn-based game. If you guys enjoyed that particular genre, as you can see, I'm just going to jump into one combat to show you guys roughly what this is going to be all about in the combat system. Now, obviously, the game has multiple different systems mixed in together from various different games. But right now, in this particular game, this is going to be the combat system itself, right? So turn-based, you can obviously auto in this game, which I do appreciate some sort of quality of life, and these are the rosters that I have right now, right, in terms of the stuff. Yes, fluid animations. Right now I'm running on Steam client, and I will highly recommend you guys to try it out via that particular one. You can also play on phone and from emulators as well. But you can see from this particular interface itself, all the characters have gorgeous, beautiful animations. Alongside with at the bottom right there, that's going to be your turns segment. Now that is basically showing you who is moving first in that particular order, right? So you can at least plan for things ahead. So being a turn-based game, that means you guys are going to be pretty much familiar with it. Speed is going to be key, and then there's going to be like multiple sets that you can farm for the gears, etc, right? So right now, this is going to be what the combat or the core foundation of the game is going to be. Yumina can actually do quite a lot of damage for a starter character. Alright, essentially it's a free character. You can obtain her from the login, right? So if you guys want to build like an AoE character, I guess Yumina is going to be a very, very good candidate, right? So let's briefly talk about rerolling, because some of you guys, maybe you are new to the game, you're looking to reroll in this particular game. So what should you be doing when you're trying to reroll, right? So basically, rerolling in this game, in my opinion, is one of the most fluid, straightforward process ever. You basically just play the game all the way until the tutorial is finished, and then you go into the, the gacha and stuff, and then you do a bunch of pulls. Now, we do have a lot of banners right now. We also have this particular SSR Hilde right now, which is going to be a Counter-Side collaboration character, alongside with the Arcana, which is going to be the cards, right? But ideally for me, I would recommend you guys to pull right here in this particular banner specifically to try to target this girl called Waltz Ashera. Now, the reason why is she's going to have a 1% rate up as opposed to a 2% rate up from the Awakened Hilde. In this particular case, you can see Hilde has a higher chance for you to be able to get her, right? So you can maybe get her later on, and her banner will be there for 2 weeks. But I would highly recommend, if you're trying to reroll, try to get at least 2 copies preferably for Waltz Ashera. At least 1 additional copy, so that you can basically activate her passive. Dupes in this particular game is going to be very, very important. So highly recommend you guys to go with that route. But you can see alongside with that, we also got Arcana banner, which is going to be like the card or the weapon that you can use. And there's going to be multiple different ones as well, including the standard banners or standard Arcana banner, and then also the friendship banner that you can basically use. Adding friends is going to be very, very important. Now, once you're done rerolling, you don't get what you want, ideally you can basically reset your account, right? So there's 2 methods to do that. Number one, if you're playing on Steam, you can go to the settings, go to account management, you can press reset server account, alright? And then you basically have to type in reset server account, and then just press confirm. It will basically just do it for you. Now, for emulator or on mobile, if you're trying to remove your guest account whatsoever, you can just press logout right here, right? It's going to be simple, straightforward, and that's going to be how you can do it. Now, personally, I managed to get a pretty decent account, right? We got Ashera right here, of course, with at least 1 limit break, as you guys can see. And also, I managed to get a very, very good Arcana as well, which is going to be for SSR Charlotte right here, right? So that's going to be what you want to keep in mind. The 4 best Arcana as far as I know. And that's going to be for Charlotte, Frey, Petra, and Lacey. Now, when it comes to the game, what do the game have right now, right? In terms of the core fundamentals of the game is going to feature quite a number of things. First up, you got the main story right here. This is going to be where you are basically proceeding to basically do the story specifically, right? And I do think that the story so far has been pretty good. I've read up to chapter 2, surprisingly good. better than I thought. Can't wait to read chapter 3 and chapter 4, but it's locked behind the other part, which is going to be the operation. Now this is going to be where you progress, specifically in the like campaign section. And the good thing is operation and the main story is going to be separated, so you're not getting interfered in terms of like every time you're trying to do the proceed in the campaign or operation, bombarded with story along the way, right? So you can basically read at your own leisure at a different time. I am a big fan of it, right? Now of course right here you can see there's multiple different sectors. I'm now in sector 7. It goes all the way up to 24, which is going to be later on. Now of course you're going to have a very strong roster before you can proceed. There's also going to be divided into normal and hard mode, as you can see right there. Now when it comes to building your characters, there's going to be a very interesting method of doing that, and that's going to be via journey. Now journey is essentially like training in Uma Musume. If you guys have played that game before, you can see it's going to be separated into 3 different categories: easy, normal, and hard. Obviously I can only do easy for now, but right now if you were to do it, you can basically proceed through the entire thing and try to get a specific perk to master a stat. So therefore, either strength, vitality, endurance, focus, or protection. And this is going to be how you're going to build your character, essentially, right? So you are going to be able to equip this as well in this section. Now, obviously, one very good thing about this particular game that I do appreciate, once you have completed the journey at least once before, there's this thing called the auto journey, which is essentially just a sweep feature. You just choose specifically which one you want to prioritize for the specific character, and then you just go from there, and then it will try to proceed in the journey, just automatically complete it for you. Now this is going to be very, very good early on. If you're just looking to build a bunch of your characters just to progress in the operation, you can do that, right? That means you don't have to worry this until later on. So obviously once you get to the later stages, you want to do this much more seriously. Manual is still going to be way better because you can target a specific stat and also try to configure the things along the way in terms of the items or the perks that you have. So right now you can see once you have completed a journey, right, you can also obtain the potential along the way as well, and this is going to vary depending on the journey's results. And then I can basically just end the journey accordingly. So once you have completed it, of course you can go and equip it. You have to equip it to ensure that your character is strong enough to proceed. So good thing is there's a comparison between stats from the previous one that you have equipped. So that's going to be something that you can consider if you want to change this particular thing or not, right? So this is going to be one of the essential key points in strengthening your characters, which I am a big fan of. Now outside of that, you also got your basic stats, and then you got your skills that you can basically level up accordingly. This is going to be something that you have to do to power up your characters, etc. And of course there's also going to be equipments or gears right here that you can basically equip on your characters. There's going to be 6 slots, and then there's going to be also set effects, right? So basically this one is a hit set. You need 2 of these pieces to basically activate the effect hit plus 20%. So that's going to be something that you have to be very careful with, especially if you're farming for the set. Now let's talk about limit break for a character. Now in terms of limit break, for some characters, they are going to have a very important passive activation that you can basically read right here, right, depending on the character. Some characters do have way more important passives than others. For example, like Watts Ashurawan is almost essentially needed because it's very, very strong. Would highly recommend you guys to get at least 1 copy of her. That means so that you can at least limit break 1, right? Now when it comes to character design, alright, Star Savior doesn't fall short on that particular aspect. So in my opinion, this game has some of the best ones when it comes to the 3D type aesthetic, right? So you can see right here, you can basically rotate them around. I love it, right? So this is Ashura, Watts of Starlight. I recommend you guys to get that. This is going to be someone that you get 1 copy of, the default Ashura right there. Alongside with that, we got Belle. We also have Carmen with a big, gigantic shield right there. We also have Charlotte, which I believe she has 2 variants. Charlotte is going to be the default one, and also we got the Bunny Charlotte, Bunny Girl Charlotte, which is one of the better characters to obtain actually. If you guys want to try to reroll for her as well, she's going to be one of the better candidates as well. So alongside with that, we got Bunny Claire, we got Dana right here, we got Elisa, we also have Emily. She's also one of the best defender or best tank in the game. Alongside with that, we got Epindel, we have a Frey right here. There's going to be, Frey also has 2 variants. One is going to be the default one, and this is going to be the bunny version, right? We got Harley, we got Heidi, there's Hilde. Alright, this is going to be the Counterside collab character exclusive. We got Kyra right here. Lacey is one of the best dark type or cosmic element character that you can obtain. We also got Lily right here. We got Luke, we got Luna. As you can see, I'm a big fan of the character design. I definitely love all of the rosters that we have. Omega, alright, and we also have Petra, Roberta, Rosera, which is going to be another collaboration character from Counterside, coming I believe in April. And then you got Scarlet, Sarah, Serpang, So again, right, quite a big fan of the rosters that we have. Plenty of variety right here. Now the game also has this idle feature where basically you are going to be needing to log in every 24 hours, I believe. This thing is going to fill up and you gotta claim your rewards right here. So obviously this is going to be something that's very similar to a bunch of other games as well. And then there's going to be this particular funding thing, which you gotta progress in all the operations as far as you can, right? So that's the very important part that you gotta do early on. You want to proceed in the operation because every single stage in operation is going to contribute to how much idle rewards you basically get. So every time you're idling, you're AFK, the amount of these rewards right here is going to scale higher the more operation stages you have cleared. So essentially this is going to be very important in progression early on. So make sure you guys clear this operation, push as far as you can so that you'll be able to get more of this in return. Now one more thing that the game has uniquely is going to be this particular starling system. Now the starling system essentially allows you to only level up 4 characters, and that's going to be the only thing that you need to do. So what this is essentially like a slot for you to sync your other characters. You'll need to build 4 characters that you can put on the left slot right here. It will link your level to the lowest one that you put right here, in this case level 39, and therefore everyone that you put in this particular slot right here is going to be level 39 minimum. Right, as you can see, that's going to be how you want to take advantage of this system, right? So you only need to level up 4 characters for the time being in the early progression of the game. Now, how do you open up more of this? You can either purchase via the Stellar Gems via premium currency. You can get more slots via the Captain Office right here as well. As far as I know, you need to have this specific currency under the Starling right here, right? You can see you're going to need this particular thing to basically add more slots. Alright, so obviously you have to get this via missions. So you are going to be able to get more as you progress in the story. Alright, clear the operation sectors mostly, right? Now alongside with that, the game also has multiple other game modes as well. So right now we have a special event with the Counter-Strike collaboration. You can click this right here. So you can see this is going to be the event specifically. So of course you are going to be able to do this, right? You can also read the story if you want to. This is going to be specifically for the assault. You can basically do this 3 times per day, I believe. And then there's going to be the challenge section as well. And then on the right side, you can claim some of these event missions and do your bingo card right here to get more rewards, right? This is going to be something that's very important in trying to progress as well. There's also going to be event shop that you can buy some of these tickets right here, right? So via some of the currency that's needed. There's a standard banner ticket. There's also going to be the Arcana standard ticket and also the Red Up featured observation ticket, right? Which I highly recommend prioritize this particular one first if you guys haven't already. I'm just going to buy 10 of these for the time being. But yeah, make sure you guys are aware of the event. When it comes to the end game, there's going to be this thing called the Flashpoint, which is going to be fighting a specific boss right here. As you can see, the requirements are going to be very high. Now, there's also going to be a specific progression materials farm via the Candle Square. Alright, you got your exploration quest. This is going to be where you specifically need to get some of these things, right? The Aether Dust, the Lunar Elixirs, and of course this Transcendent Matter. You gotta do these 3 times per day. You are going to need to do that. And then you also have Stamina system, which is going to be very important for you to farm mostly the gears from the Han quest. This is going to be where you are farming your gears in particular. Alright, there's going to be multiple different set effects as well for you to basically try to obtain. There's Skill Palace as well for your skill enhancement materials. This will be essential as well if you're trying to get stronger. So make sure you guys are doing this every single day. You'll have to use this special ticket that you see right here. That will be given to you once per day. So very cool feature. And then last but not least, we got the Interstellar Corridor stage challenges. This one is going to be like a tower mode essentially, and you are going to be encouraged to basically build a fixed amount of characters, right? So as you can see, there's going to be 3 different sections: the Endless Corridor, the Sun Corridor, Moon Corridor, and Star Corridor. Now the Sun, Moon, and Star Corridor, you have to run their respective elements for the characters. So right here you can see you can only use Moon characters right here. So that means you are encouraged to have, you know, all of these various different elements, or else you're going to have difficulty in trying to tackle any of these stages, right? So that's going to be very important. Now last but not least, we also have PvP. Now when it comes to PvP in this particular game, which is the gauntlet section right here, you can see we're going to have 2 important categories that's going to give you rewards. One is going to be the ranked match, and I believe this is going to be real time. You're fighting the other players in real time. And then another one is going to be the bronze. This is going to be a strategy. Essentially, you can basically sweep this. You can see if you want to, you can just run the skip battle. It is going to be simple, straightforward, and I do appreciate the simplicity of it, right? Alright, let's run a rank battle and see if we can fight. Okay, looks like I'm fighting another player from global right there. So that looks like a level 8 player. and I'm a level 15. I'm just gonna auto through this and see how it goes. Holy, he is able to move way before me. Damn, that is incredible. Okay, so this is going to be their ultimate ability right here. So if you are a big fan of PvP, alright, this might be the game for you. Obviously, based on what I've seen so far, the rewards seems to be, it's decent amount, but it's not game-changing enough to the point that you are going to be required to just get high rank, right? There are going to be skins as well as given out to you if you are able to achieve certain rank. So that's going to be something that you can, you know, look forward to if you are looking into playing PvP specifically. That means you have an advantage right there, right? Other than that, am I winning this, right? It seems like, oh, that's not my character, so, oh shoot, is that a heal from the enemy? Okay, so this girl, she can summon this tree that gives you AoE power, which I am a big fan of. Okay, but fortunately that did not do that much of a damage. I have two characters that's under CC. Okay, we are able to get rid of the enemy first. Fortunately, I think that was a taunt. Damn, she was able to take Yumina's hit. Okay, that is very impressive. Getting a face bomb right there with a shield. Ooh, nice break, nice break. Okay, I think most likely I will be winning this. The AI seems to be smart enough to know how to focus one character down specifically, which I think that's a pretty smart thing to do. But ideally you want to place your, I believe your characters, your tankier characters in the middle preferably. That would be the higher chance for them to get hit. Is this mine or is this the enemy's one? Okay, this is mine. Alright, GG. That's the PvP battle for you guys, right? So as you can see, if you do PvP, you are going to be able to get, I believe, the ranked up as well. Now, if you're looking to play this game a lot, right? This is one of the things that you can do basically with PvP. At least for this particular rank match, there's no limit. Alright, basically you want to play this like all day, you can. And that's going to be something that, in my opinion, if you're looking to enjoy the game and improve your team thoroughly, and try to like constantly getting stronger and try out various different stuff in terms of your character's progression, formation, etc. You can do that in the PvP, right? So no limit there whatsoever. So other than that, that's pretty much what we have for Star Savior in day 1. I feel like this is going to be as complete of a game as it gets. There's going to be quite a lot of things right here. Make sure you guys are checking out all of these things right here, right? Just click on this particular thing, and there's going to be a lot of these things that you can buy right now. There's going to be event missions that you can do. They will give you various different rewards that you can get from all of these shops as well. So plenty of pools that you can obtain from each of these individually. Also, there's a very good beginner's offer if you guys are looking to get Selector right now. For $15, you can basically obtain one SSR Savior selection box. This is going to be something that you can basically benefit from. If you guys are looking to get additional copies of Waltz Ashura right here, you have a chance to just straight up select her, pick her. And then there's also going to be the first purchase special SSR Arcana selection box as well. If you guys are looking to get any of the top tier Arcanas as well, consider looking into this. This is probably the best package that the game has available, right? Outside of that, if you are looking to use your selector, a lot of people have been asking me, I highly recommend getting Lacey. I believe she's going to be the best one from the SSR Savior box, which is going to be this character right here, right? She's going to be a dark type character, as you guys can see, a cosmic, and she has insane design and by far the best choice that you have in all of this particular roster right here, right? Now, as for this particular SSR Arcana box, this one is going to be random, so you can just use this one. It's not a selector. Let's see what do I get, right? So that's going to be Harley Born to be Wild. I guess this one is alright. It's not the greatest, not the best, but you are going to need some of these Arcanas to be able to progress better in your journey as well. So don't forget to claim all the things in your mailbox as well. That's going to be... Oh, there's also going to be one more SSR character that you can obtain for free. That's going to be Savior Trish. Alright, everyone is going to get her for free. Alright, so with that, that's gonna be it for Star Savior. Let me know what you guys think of this particular game. Are you guys gonna play it? Are you guys enjoying it? I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like. Have a nice day. Goodbye.